just like me, I'm pretty sure that you guys are very happy to be here tonight. And it's a beautiful night, and I'm pretty sure everything is gonna go well in the name of God. Amen. Everything we do, the first thing to think about is God. He cannot be in the second place. He has to be first in everything. And then this is how you're gonna be successful. Is when you place God before everything. This is why tonight we're here to have a beautiful night, and I'm pretty sure He's already here to guide us. It is an honor for me to be here. And tonight we will ask you to give us all your attention. Definitely you will participate with us. Everything will be for you. And tonight we feel blessed to have all of you here. For us it's a blessing. There's no doubt. Some of you would be in bed right now, having some good sleep, you know? And after a long day, school, work, and everything, your personal activities. But you put everything on the side to be at Calvary Haitian Baptist Church tonight. We're not taking it for granted. We are appreciating this. It is not easy. And I'm letting you know tonight, your presence is highly appreciated in this church. It is my honor as well to present you Mr.
You forgot his name?
Moses. I know his name, Moses, but he wants to be presented some other name that he likes.
Moe The Great. Nah, Big Nasty. Big Nasty. Moe The Great.
I am presenting him as Moses, and when he gets here, he will tell you the name that he prefers. About that. Well, before I do that, about me hearing your voice saying, hoo hoo! And let me hear your hands clapping. No, not that way, not that way, not that way. Moses, Moses, Moses. Listen, Moses, it's all yours tonight to do what God has put on your heart to do with us. Speak up, please.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? I can hear y'all. Let me get some noise. 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 How everybody doing tonight? All right, all right, all right. Now I'm starting to feel the vibe. Now I'm starting to feel the vibe. All right, all right. So we did start a little bit late, but
A little bit.
that ain't gonna stop nothing though, because we're about to turn up all night. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
All night. We about to get some good information all night.
All night.
So let's get the show started. So anybody know what this show's about?
You tell us. Let us know.
LOV.
Let us know.
I still haven't heard anything though.
LOV.
Let us know.
So I heard somebody say love. So we're trying to get in touch with love. Does anybody really know what love is?
It's that tingling emotion.
A tingling emotion. I got Jesus over here. Anything else? Ain't nothing much? Oh, man. After Jesus, ain't nothing much. Ain't that right? All right, all right. Well, I have a couple people that dealt with love throughout their life. And they're here to tell a little bit of their story and a little bit of their prospect of life and about love. So, I know y'all live, but I need a hype man. I need somebody that's gonna turn up with me, to talk to you guys with me, to be able to give that energy. So I'm gonna introduce my hype man, Kendra Ellie.
Uh-oh.
Let me give a round of applause. Let me give a round of applause. Is that him right there? Hold on, he didn't feel that vibe. So I'm gonna introduce my hype man, Mr. Kendra right there. Mr. Kendra right there. Okay. You wanna say a little something?
Hello, everyone. Tonight, we're gonna have a fantastic night. We're gonna hear from some fantastic people now about this love, relationships, life, everything you need to know. So I do not want anyone to give a weak applause when these fantastic people come up. All right? Do you see these eyes? I just got them laser surgery, so I now can see everybody.
There you go. See, that's my hype man right there. So, next up, you know, a young gentleman over here. Nice and tall.
Dark and chocolate.
So we're gonna introduce Mr. Lee up to the stage.
Mr. Bear himself.
Hello. Hello.
It's all my man.
How y'all doing? Short
To the
conversation.
stage, to the stage, to the stage.
Oh, to the stage.
My man. That's enough.
All right. So next up, we have Miss Sophia, a wonderful lady that I grew up with for a very long time.
Hey everybody. That's it.
I feel like the girls got so much love. Like, I don't think we got that same love when we came up.
They got more love than us.
I don't know. I heard that hey was very powerful. So we're gonna introduce another young lady, Mrs. Javonica.
Good evening, everybody. I look forward to speaking to you all soon. Thank you.
All right. Praise the Lord. And now we're gonna introduce. I'm gonna introduce them as a couple because
That's right.
they are one. I don't know about y'all, but I know them as one. So we gonna introduce Miss Sis, Mikhail, and I know him as GQ, so I'm gonna introduce him as GQ.
Audience, come on, audience.
I didn't get that right.
Audience, come on. Go ahead, Mo.
Introducing Miss Mikhail and GQ.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? Good. I'm GQ, like you said. This is my wife right here. Have a good time.
All right. Now we have so much more people. So much. We're gonna introduce. I don't know about y'all, but I heard a lot about this dude named Jeff. I heard a lot. I heard this guy's a philosopher. Let me get a round of applause for Jeff, everybody. Let me get a round of applause for Jeff.
My name is Jeff. It's nice to meet y'all. So, pleasure being here. Thank you guys.
All right. Now we're gonna introduce. This is my cousin. This is my blood, right here. That's my blood, like. Fabi, what's up, Fabi? What's good, Fab? Come to the stage, Fab.
Audience, come on. Audience. Okay, she said hi.
All right. So we're gonna introduce this next person, Miss Emma. She is a strong lady. Like from the day I met her, she spoke power. So I'm gonna let her come up and introduce herself.
My name is Emma.
lovely young lady ever since I was a very little guy. Still around, but I was still little. So I'm gonna introduce Miss Samantha and her husband. Can we get a round of applause?
Hello, everybody. Nice to be here. ¿Cómo yeah? I'm not done yet. Vale.
All right. So, these are my lovely panelists that's gonna speak to you guys, give you guys a little bit about their story, talk to you guys a little about something that they know, the roads that they went through, about love. Cause y'all trying to figure out a little more about love, right? I felt like I heard crickets back there.
He asked a question.
I feel like I did ask a question. You know what? I know what the problem is, Kinder. They're just so far back.
You are.
Come on, let's move up a little bit. Let's fill this row. Let's fill a couple of the rows. Come on, let's go. I need everybody to move up a little bit. I'm like so serious though. All right.
Wait, Mo. You
Yes, sir.
completely forgot something.
I did.
Completely forgot something. This whole time, this whole night, this whole time we've been sitting here, we've been hearing beautiful noise.
You're right about that.
From where?
So, I decided not to have no soundtracks, no music. I have a live band, everybody. A live band. These guys are skilled musicians, gifts from God. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves real quick. We're gonna introduce Mr. Jonathan over here. How you doing, Jonathan? We have Shadrach over here. Say hi, Shadrach.
Shadrach.
We have Brother Sean on the drums. We got Baby on the bass, Baby bass.
In the back.
Hey, you know I gotta introduce my brother, the guitarist, Dave.
Look at him.
All right. When they play, I almost feel like an R&B artist. I'd be like ready to sing. If they keep playing, I might just sing. Y'all better watch out. So let's get this show started. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this?
So,
I see she already big petty. Let's do this.
are we ready for this for tonight? Audience? Everyone on stage? Audience, come on. We're not gonna do this tonight, audience. Are we ready, audience? Let me get a woo! Left side, what's going on here? Right side is... Okay. Now I'm feeling you guys. Mo?
Yes, sir. Give me 1 second.
So who is the first victim? The first person to answer our wonderful questions.
So, we're gonna start, Mr. Lee. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm gonna dim down my voice a little bit. I gotta sound a little sexy.
Suave.
I work at Delray Medical. I used to play football at FAU in Mississippi State. Graduated somewhat in the top of my class, but I was kind of like in between, in the middle, so I'm in the middle of the class.
Just not there yet, huh?
Don't be petty. Let's not be petty today. And then that's it. Cool, chill guy,
Single, dating.
Single. Not for you, Moses.
I heard somebody say something out there, but I ain't gonna repeat it. I heard it. I
saw who sit over there.
All right, well, let's introduce the next couple. Let's let them speak a little bit about themselves.
All right, my name is Arturo. I'm Samantha's husband. A little about myself is I'm an engineer. I work for Florida Power Light. And I love basketball. I follow it. And I hope one day I meet Michael Jordan or LeBron James. That's one of my dreams. So.
That's what's up.
And
What about you, boo? So if my light go out, I go.
So you're not gonna talk,
She
Samantha?
already got a mic.
Oh, y'all won. Okay. Test.
All right, Miss Emma, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
So tell us a little bit about Emma.
I'm Emma. I am. What do you want to know?
What y'all want to
What
know?
y'all want to know? I'm 30 years old. I am single. I have 3 beautiful kids. I am an office manager.
Super big money.
That's a lie. And I love fashion. I love to shop. I love to get my hair done.
Well, you do look nice.
Like to sit pretty.
Sitting pretty.
Period.
How you doing, Miss Fabi? How you doing?
Doing good.
Tell us a little bit about Fabi.
Okay, so my name is Fabi. I'm married. I have a daughter who's 5. I currently work for the school district. I love makeup. I actually have my own makeup line.
Do y'all hear that?
I'm wearing her lipstick, by the way.
Give it a shout out.
Advertising.
Cosmetics. And yeah, I'm just happy to be here. Look forward to
right.
the rest of the night.
All right, Mr. Jeff. Speak to him, Jeff.
How you doing, you guys? I'm Jeff, 27. Currently in school for automotive tech. I like long walks on the beach. You know, I like taking those.
Okay, Jeff. Okay, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff.
Do your thing, Jeff.
Alright, I'm from Haiti. I love sports, you know. I love cars, you know. Someday I just want to open up my own business, be successful, you know. And I feel like with God, I'm
Amen.
Amen.
Wait, you ain't even tell us if you were single, you in a relationship. What you got? What's your style?
Where you at, Jeff?
Alright. Now, truthfully, I'm single.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm definitely single.
Ooh.
He telling it straight. He telling it straight.
Mr. GQ and Mikkel.
Hello. Hello. My name is Josue. I'm 28.
So smooth.
Ooh, that was smooth.
I'm 28. I'm a manager at Publix. Married for a year and 2 months now to this
All
beautiful.
right, congratulations.
I love music. I play music. I love fashion. Fashion is my thing.
I see why they call you GQ,
Huh?
That's why they call you GQ?
I guess so. Yes, I love fashion, I love music, and I love God.
Amen.
Oh, hold on.
Don't forget your
Hold on. I said fashion and music, that was before I met her. So now she comes before all of that. Okay? Y'all need to wait.
Did y'all
Okay?
see that comeback? Take
All
notes,
right,
single man. Take notes.
Yeah, y'all see how he bounced back real quick.
Take notes. If you're single and you're a man, take notes.
Yeah, so we'll get to that later. But guys, your wife always come first. Just so you guys know. All right. You gotta say something now, babe.
Hi, everybody. Hey. Ooh, hey, y'all.
Hey.
I'm Mikkel, but I prefer to be called Queen Kel. Because that's exactly what I am and who I am. My husband said everything, so we look forward to speaking to y'all tonight. Amen. Amen, church. Amen.
Miss Javonica.
Bless you. Good evening again. My name is Javonica Dormill. What can I say? I'm currently a college student aiming to become a nurse, your future nurse practitioner.
Ooh.
Let me get a hand clap for that one now. Come on, come on.
I currently work in the OR in Bethesda Hospital. I'm very active in ministry. I love me some Jesus.
Amen.
Can't get tired of him. What else? I don't know what else. I like food, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, am I single? That is a good question. Happily single, thank you.
Miss Sophia.
Hey everyone. I'm Sophia. I'm single, 31. I am finishing up my master's in business administration with a concentration in marketing. Yes, period. Okay. I am a talent acquisition specialist. For those who don't know, it's just an extension of human resources. Yep.
All right, all right. So I got a question. What y'all want to ask them?
One more.
One more? Oh, Kinder. Introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Je m'appelle Kinder Liseux. That's all I know, but I'm about to get my BA in database administration, you know. I work at a law firm. No, I'm trying to do my thing, you know. Yeah. That's it.
All right, all right. So, I think that's all we got. Oh, are you single?
N/A, you know that NA? You know, I'm not, Mo, go ahead.
All right. That's everybody.
Is it everybody?
Who else y'all asking about?
We forgot about Mo.
Who, me? Me?
Moe The Great, right?
Ooh, I am great. That is true. All right, so a little bit about Moe The Great. I was born in...
All right, thank you. Let's start the show, huh?
Oh, but all right, let's get serious. My name is Moise Loyer. My name is in French. I'm Haitian, and I love my name. So when people say Mosey, Mose, whatever they've said, I'm saying, hey, say it in French. It's Moise. Very simple, very easy. I am a single man. I choose to be single. Yeah. Hey, the road to relationships is not easy, and that's why we're going to learn about it tonight. Ain't that right? All right. And I work at Home Depot overnight, so you guys probably won't see me unless you creeping into the store overnight. But that's what I do right now. All right, let's get this thing started. So,
Whoa. The stage was clapping louder than the crowd. What is going on with this?
I don't think they feeling me tonight. That's what they're not doing.
Come on, guys. Let's not have this type of night. You have to be louder than them. These beautiful people up here. Right, Lee? Come on, Lee. I would never try. Come on. Remember, ladies, he is single. Do you not see the beard?
All right, so let's get a little close about being single, being in a relationship, and being married. So, well, my single people, let me see my single people raise their hands out there. If you single, the single people didn't even make that noise. Like, they're not happy single. I don't think y'all happy single. Y'all happy single or miserable single? Who happy single? If you happy single, let me hear you make some noise. If you happy single, let me hear you make some noise.
Were you lonely yesterday?
I don't know. Let me see who's louder. if you are a couple or you're married or whatever, or I won't say if you complicated. If you complicated, you still single because he ain't say nothing yet, or she ain't say nothing yet. So if you're in a relationship or you married, let me hear you make some noise.
Woo! I am in a relationship. 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 No, I never switched. I am in a relationship. And A as in you guys don't need to know. But nah, I'm telling you guys, I am in a relationship.
All right, so I have a few single questions that gets a little deep. A little deep.
You ready for this?
So, my single people, how y'all doing? No, y'all okay? Y'all okay where y'all at? My single people, how y'all doing tonight? Y'all doing good? Real good? My couples, how y'all doing tonight? Y'all doing real good tonight?
It's okay.
All right. So,
Everyone's doing good. Everyone's doing good.
why are you single?
It's by choice.
It's by choice?
The better person I am, the better I'll be for my future husband.
Y'all hear that? One more time. Now continue on, please.
What was that? Anything else?
Javonica, why are you single?
Because I choose not to settle.
Choose not to settle. Okay.
Jeff!
Well, Jeff.
Speak to him, Jeff. Why you single, Jeff?
The reason why I'm single is just to become a better version of me, you know.
So, Jeff, which version are you now?
Oh, I'm at my peak right now.
Ooh.
And he is gonna go higher.
Mr. Lee, talk to him. How you single, Mr. Lee?
You know somebody else is single too, right?
I know,
Okay.
but I'm at you right now.
I'll go with the flow. The reason why I'm single is because I haven't really found myself, and I'm still working on myself. Come on.
That's an honest answer.
Now that's an honest man. Keep him on your radar.
Miss Emma,
Yes,
why you single, girl?
I am single by choice. I need more time to find me, and when it comes time for me to date again, by the way, I'm a divorced woman, that time hasn't come yet. So, I'm chilling.
All right, there you go.
Thank you, Miss Emma.
So, I'm gonna ask this question as a general aspect to you guys. Any one of you guys could answer if you want to, or I do expect you guys to answer. Do you ever get lonely?
Who should receive the mic first? Pick us a single person. Too slow.
Jeff.
Jeff, it is.
I'm gonna be honest though, like sometimes I do, but you know, I kind of like tone out that feeling just by like listening to music, you know.
What you listening to?
R&B, you know, soul music, you know. I'm a singer, so well, trying to be, I'm working on it. So, you know, nah, I ain't gonna be singing those out right now, but yeah. So I just tone out the loneliness just by listening to music or just like working out or just, you know, going to the beach.
That's good. That's good.
Okay, Jeff loved the beach, you know.
Anybody else want to answer?
Don't worry about it.
Oh wow! Why you did it like that? I do believe that everyone is different. If he listens to R&B when he's lonely, that is him. However, if I feel lonely physically, as in I don't have a mate, I stay away from R&B because then that'll get you in your feelings, and don't nobody got time for that. So I go to the place where I actually don't feel lonely, which is my worship zone. And that is the only way where I can push away that lonely spirit. So I do believe there is a difference between being single and being lonely. Single season, you grow. Lonely season, you diminish, and it's terrible. So that's all I gotta say.
See,
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
That's why I got her up here.
Audience. Thank you.
Mr. Lee.
Honestly, it is what it is, because our flesh kind of like take over at times. I do feel lonely, but at the same time I don't want to like get hooked up or commit to somebody who I don't feel all the way, because I'm not trying to like give a whole lifetime trying to understand that other person when like we could already have that automatic connection. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That was nice, Lee. That was nice.
All right, we'll move on to another question.
We're not gonna finish. Okay.
No, we don't, it doesn't have to hit everybody. It doesn't have to hit everybody. Now, we'll go for the ladies real quick. What is your ideal man?
So, what is your ideal man?
Ladies, what is the ideal man?
She is ready.
Speak to him, man.
I had to learn this the hard way, and that's okay. But I would say my ideal man has to be a God-fearing man. And fine.
That's it? So he just has to love God and be fine. That's it. I'm
If he's a God-fearing man, everything else will fall into place.
I'm trying to get a deep answer. I need a deep answer.
Are you ready?
I'm right here, brother man.
Me?
Or the other you?
My ideal man, of course, like she already said, is definitely somebody who's after God's heart. But also someone who has their priorities in order. And I feel that's very important as single people while you're in this season, that you embrace not only who you are, the same way I'm making myself a better person. I want to make sure that the guy I come across, I'm not asking for someone perfect, but his priorities have to be straight. Like, what are your values after God? Do you value your family? Do you, when it comes to finances, how do you handle your finances? Are you working on it? We're not all perfect, right? But the main thing is, do you have a vision? I think after God, that comes number one, is do you have a vision? Because if you don't have a vision in life, and that goes for just women and men, is that you don't exist, right? Because God has planted something inside of each and every one of us, and we need to have a vision. Without that, we're just here. We just exist. We're not living. So that's the biggest thing for me.
All right.
That was deep. That was deep. And crowd, it was okay. It was okay, crowd. It was okay. But I'm gonna need something better, because that was good. I'm gonna need something better, crowd.
All right, gentlemen. What is your ideal woman?
My man Jeff.
Alright, so I'm gonna be truthful. Mostly everyone said here, someone who is a woman who is definitely into God, someone who is sophisticated, got a good head on their shoulders, someone that's passionate about, being into them and being into God, and just, having that drive that, that they just want to feel like a failure. I need someone that has that confidence, someone that's gonna motivate me to be the best version of me, just the same way I would do with them. Someone that can encourage me and pick me up when I'm down or when I'm like not myself. Someone that can like pick me up back on my feet. But that's my ideal version. And she also gotta be beautiful as well.
Mr. Lee?
Did we crowd we're not gonna clap for Jeff? I see you.
So Lee, when you close your eyes, what's your wife look like?
You're just gonna throw me under the bus.
What you see your wife as when you close
honestly,
your eyes?
My ideal wife or spouse or whoever it is, I have no preference, because you never know what's gonna come your way. Because if I will say I want a wife looking like Beyonce, she may not have that wholesome or attitude that I need. You know, I need somebody that's gonna complete me. So, you know, like I said, I'm open-minded. I can't like just push anybody out because, and at the end, I need somebody that I want to actually be with forever. You know, like I said earlier, I don't want to take a lifetime trying to translate their spirit and trying to get them, try to understand them when like we could automatically connect. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, that was good.
That was nice. That was nice.
Well,
I'm not single though.
he's not single, but
If you ain't married, you single. Come on now.
I'm not single. I love my girlfriend very much. I will. I definitely will.
he meaning like he wasn't gonna tell y'all, but he does have a girlfriend.
I do have a girlfriend.
But
Wait, I'm sorry? I am claiming her. I'm just saying, you know, because I wasn't part of the show like that, you know? I'm not trying to take spotlight from anyone. No, we don't do social media. Our love is in reality. Social media, I'm not on there, so.
all right, so we'll move on. We'll move on. Well, I'll speak a little bit about myself and you know what I see when I close my eyes.
Tell them, Mo.
One thing I learned about being with somebody is you have to find an example to compare what you want to be with. You have to find someone, something, some aspect in life to be like, hey, I need my wife like this. And to be honest, I need a prayer warrior.
Okay.
In my household, every day I wake up, some of y'all listen to music, some of y'all listen to alarm clock. I wake up to my mom praying in the room, worshiping.
YouTube
every
100
day. Her TV be on that YouTube channel. What? Yep, Pastor Gigoy. Volume on 100, and she is worshiping for about 2 to 3 hours until she has to cook and go to work. And I need the type of woman that prays not when she needs it, just to pray, just to acknowledge God of who He is. And I love that. So if I'm going through anything, I know my wife is right behind me praying for me all day, every day, no matter what. So I definitely need a prayer warrior. If you don't know how to pray, I'm gonna have to teach you, or I'm gonna have to bring you to my mama and let you learn a little something too, because that lady could pray. That's one thing. To be honest, that's the first thing I look for. If she can't pray with me, if she don't pray for me even when I'm not around, I don't think I need you because you don't got my back.
Okay. So do you have somebody like?
Nope.
Okay.
I am so single right now. To be honest, I'm not really looking. Like I'm at the point where, you know, I dealt with a couple things in the past, and I feel like, just like you guys said, I'm trying to get a little more in tune with myself.
All right. Enough of Moe The Great now.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the next question for this. You know what? I'm gonna leave the single people alone for a little bit. I'm gonna leave the single people alone.
Yes, we want to hear
I feel
some
like
experience.
that spotlight's starting to make them sweat, because I don't know about y'all, but I'm sweating a little bit. Like, woo, it's hot over here. But
Just a little bit.
people that are in relationships,
Relationship or marriage?
both relationships and marriage. How did you guys meet? How did you guys meet? I think he's ready.
I said I was probably very lucky, man, to meet her. We actually met online on Christian Mingles.
Ooh. So y'all just know Christian Mingle actually is real. It worked.
You know, I didn't believe in it too. You know, it just happened by chance. She texted me, and you know, I at first, you know, I didn't respond, and then she tried me. You know, she was like, "What, are you shy or something?" And then that was it. You know, that was the I said, I gotta go out with her. You know, I had to go out with her, and as soon as I saw her, I just loved her first sight, man. I was done. So
there you go.
After that, I started working my magic, you know, and that's it, man.
There you go. You seal the deal.
And my wife's a little shy, so I'm talking for both. But you know, as soon as she gets accustomed to everybody, she will chime in. You know.
All right.
I think she do want to speak, right? Maybe.
So Fab, tell us. How'd you meet?
We actually met at Moonfest. It was years ago, like 2010. We lost connection for like 2 years. He went off to college. And then some way, somehow, we reconnected and we started dating and everything, you know, getting to know each other all over again. It's been 2 years, whatever. And then fell in love, had a baby, got married 3 years later, and here we are.
There you go.
Audience, come on.
Miss McKell.
Clearly saw he handed the mic
I
to
know,
him.
but
Like,
I want to hear from you.
All right.
Tell me, how'd y'all meet?
Well, how did we meet? It was rehearsal. It was one night at rehearsal. All right, but for real. It's this thing that our church did where it was my church and his church. They combined, and they was doing this Christmas show, and that one night, for some reason, I was so excited to go. I don't know. I never knew him. I always seen him, but I never knew him. Like, knew him. Like, I didn't even know he existed. And we were right under each other's noses. So, it was one night at rehearsal, and I was singing, and then he showed up late, as always. And I just played. He was at work, and then he came. And then I'm just like, okay. Who's this? Okay. So on and so forth, you know, we started talking, and I don't know, I can't even explain it, because it was just like, oh, Chad, but you know, you gotta be bougie. You can't show him that you like him and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta, okay. Whatever. But yeah, that's how we met. We met at church, and just a little bit more about the story. That's where he proposed to me at church, where we met. And
so sweet.
Yeah, it was so sweet, so sweet.
Like she said, it was a Thursday night. No, my bad. It was a Wednesday night, right before Thanksgiving. Was November 26th, I believe, 2014. I showed up to practice because I was working.
Hard working man.
Preparing for you. Oh. Yeah, so I showed up, and then the guy that was in charge, he's like, Josué, this is Mikhail, this is Josué, and then right then and there, and her voice did something to me. Yeah, I mean, I knew then that was my wife. Yeah, we met. I mean, we didn't talk when we met. Like, we just said hi and stuff, and then later that night, you know, I went on Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
He had to build a little confidence. It's okay. You got to build a little bit of confidence.
It was at church, you know what I'm saying? You could, you know, some things you can't say at church, you know what I'm saying? So I had her brother, Jonathan, on Facebook, so I knew I could find her, so I didn't even ask her for it, you know what I'm saying? All I needed was the name. I got the name, and then I went on her brother's page, and I found her, and I sent her a message saying, you have a beautiful voice. And that kind of voice makes me want to play. I was playing that night. I was playing the keyboard. I told her, her voice makes me want to play you know, more. Yes. So I already knew. I'm the type of guy, if I want something, I'm gonna go get it.
Okay. GQ.
And when I saw her, I already knew that was mine. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it took. I was gonna get that.
There you go.
Yeah. So and a year and change later. I mean, no, not like. 2 months later, February something, 12, the following year, 2015, I asked her to be my girlfriend, and she said yes. That was a few days ago. It's been 4 years, and a year and 5 months later, I proposed to her on the same spot where I met her at church. I had a concert for my birthday. I said it was a concert for me, but it was really for her. I asked her to marry me, and she said yes. And then we got married in December 2017. And here we are.
I don't know about y'all, but I need y'all to give him a round of applause because he knew his numbers. Because in a relationship, they'll ask you, when did we meet? He know his numbers. He know date, time, area, location. What? IP address? What? He did his research. Let's get a round of applause for GQ again.
Good job, audience. Good job.
I like that. I like that.
All right, my turn.
Mr. Kinder. Relationship.
No, I'm in a relationship. You know, I met my girlfriend on Facebook, you know. No, for her, like, you know, like, it was one of those, you know, things that I never thought, you know, Facebook, you know, just seeing random messages. You know, I sent a message to, you know, this beautiful girl, you know, like, as we always see on Facebook, there's a lot of beautiful girls. I sent her a message and everything. We started talking, like, just, like, every day. Non-stop, just talking. Like, we talked for like weeks on, like, I never met her or anything like that. The first time I met her was at a Just for concert. It wasn't just for a concert, but it was a Haitian Americans. They were having a little concert, and I'm just walking up, and I just see, you know, this girl. Then I'm like, wow, this is my first time meeting her. I was really nervous, like lips dry, like right now. Like, I was really nervous, you know, like, I walked up, like, hey, you know, hey. It's like that. I was really, like, I was really shy, you know. We started talking, we sitting there. I don't even know what happened at that show, because I was just, like, just stuck, just mesmerized, you know. Like, I really, you know, like, yo, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. The whole moment was beautiful. I was like, yo, like, I'm gonna go, you know, I'm gonna go all the way, you know.
When you finna propose?
Honestly, you know, before that, I want to have everything situated first to where, you know, I can bring her to a home after we get married. So before I propose, I gotta have the house first, you know. I don't wanna, you know, just.
Amen.
It's a real love story, guys.
You can't let her wait. Why don't y'all get the house together?
Oh.
We will.
That's a good point.
We will get the house together because it's a union.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta understand, single man.
All right, so Mikkel, what do you love the most about your significant other?
There's a lot.
The most.
Well, the most. I don't know how crazy he is about me. I guess, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. He some way somehow brings some calm into my crazy world. That makes sense. Anyone that is crazy? Okay, that's it.
By the way, I think all women are crazy.
No, negative.
Y'all don't agree? Why y'all don't agree?
All the women said no.
So you're not crazy? Wait, y'all don't agree? I
Who
agree
said
with her.
that?
Y'all can be crazy?
At times?
All the time.
Make us crazy.
We make y'all crazy.
Hold on. GQ has something to say. GQ shy now.
All right, so the relationship, y'all had a couple, y'all happy, right? Y'all happy, everybody happy. And there's no situations, nothing goes wrong. Nothing. Everything's perfect. Oh, you got something to say? Ooh.
Hey, before you say something, remember you might be in the doghouse. Slow it down.
Us being happy has nothing to do with nothing is wrong. We're not perfect. We're human just like everybody else.
I think he just thought like, wow, should I say it or should I? I don't know.
No, if somebody tells you their marriage or their relationship is perfect, just know they're hiding something. They're lying. I'm not perfect. She's not perfect. We are learning about each other every day. It's the moment we say, I do. That's when it's like we started school. We wake up every day, go to school. Like waking up every morning, you learn something new. You don't know what's gonna come up.
Speaking of waking up, because once you married, you gotta wake up next to the person. So, I got a question.
Is this for GQ or?
Nah, this for couples, married folks, married folks.
Or MAs.
So, everybody, when you wake up, you not at your best, right? Can we agree to that? You're not at your best when you wake up. You know how Beyonce, she wake up like this? She don't really wake up like that. Y'all know she don't wake up like that. So, if your spouse has that breath, and they just, hey, babe, and they reach out for the kids, they be like, you back up or you gonna take it?
Be honest now.
She's my spouse, right?
She's your spouse.
Okay.
Preach, brother.
I don't think he need to say nothing more. I
That's
think he
it.
just answered
That's the
it.
same thing.
He just answered it. Okay.
Just like if you have a kid, and your kid just poop on herself, what do? Do you throw her away or do you clean her up?
You clean her up.
Now you gotta think about it.
So that means since you gotta clean her up, you gonna take it? You gonna take the kids? Okay, that's what's
Okay.
up.
I'm not gonna die from it.
Huh?
I'm not gonna die from it.
You're not gonna die from it? That's a question that I've seen that people ask. So I just wanted to know. We're getting a little deep into the whole situation. All right. Another quick question.
Have a pack of gum by the bed. That's it.
Have a pack of gum by the bed. All right. Why do you think God put you guys together?
Wait, right here.
Is it working yet? I think it's very interesting, that question, especially for me and Samantha, because we are complement of each other, actually. I didn't know this until, I've been married with her for 3 years, been with her for 4 years. We've gone through a lot of ups and downs, like he said, and we learned a lot from it. And I want to refer to something that my man over here said is, as men, you have to work on yourself because before you judge her. You need to work on yourself first. If you work on yourself first, you lead through example that will also change a person. So that's something that when you said that, you really touched me, man. So that's the right mentality that I have right here, brother.
I got you, man.
You know.
You about to make me cry.
And then what would put us together? I don't know, but I tell you one thing is the right thing. I've become a better man thanks to her. She was the one that brought me back to God. So that was huge for me. Always has been huge for me. So, and she's just very humble. Has a heart, doesn't fit on her chest. She told me how to be humble again. And be a God follower, right? And I think that's the reason probably why, among other things that I learned. So, like I said, I'm very glad. It came. I wasn't looking for it. It came, and I accepted. I embraced it, and super happy. So,
What is the most difficult thing you had to sacrifice for your spouse?
Oh, that
Why don't you answer that, Kinder?
No, he's not a spouse. What's the sacrifice that you had to make?
My husband and I actually, before we got married, we had a very good understanding. We were both on the same page, we compromise. We don't really, I don't know, it's a hard question to answer. We're very good at compromising, so that way we're both putting in, it's not like I'm doing this and he's, doing nothing, and it's just like we meet each other halfway. So there's always that understanding, and there's always, okay, I got your back, you got my back. It's not really like, for him, he sacrifices a lot just for our family, period. Just when it comes to finances and working, and he's away from his family a lot. He has like a football league. He takes care of kids. He mentors kids, and we hardly see him a lot of the time. Sometimes, but I always have his back. I'm always there for him. So I guess that's a sacrifice.
That is.
We take care of our daughter well. She's that's a whole other story that I won't talk about now. But yeah, I think that's it.
Audience, come on, audience.
Why don't you ask the audience a question?
I am about to ask the audience a question.
Oh.
I am about to ask.
Heads turning.
serious
Yeah,
question.
you just made yourself first. No matter what.
You want them to
question it
ask
is.
questions? Y'all got questions?
Yeah, she do.
Wait, let me see in the audience. I'll ask some questions.
All right. Who will have?
Who got a question?
I do.
Audience.
All right, so this question is for all the married couples. What is the hardest part about being married?
Is there another mic?
Yeah.
They got another mic. They got another mic over here.
Right here. I got it.
Oh, that's so far.
I think the hardest thing is you have to be patient. Don't compare yourself with other couples. Don't compare yourself to nobody else. You gotta find what works for your marriage, and be patient. Always put God in everything. He's the only one that's gonna help you through everything. So that's what you have to do, and you have to keep it real, between you and your partner, and always put love first. It's easy to get angry. It's easy, to push somebody back, but actually when you don't do that, you get stronger at not doing that, and then in doing so, you change the other person as well. So, you have to fight back on what maybe some of your reactions or your things are, because you're living with a person, you love that person truly inside. So, just patience. You have to develop patience when you're single, and you live in separate homes, or maybe you live with them. But when you live separate homes, everybody can go at the end of the night to their respective house. Then you can reflect upon it, and then you can talk. But when you're married, you sleep in the same bed, you live the same day, you still gotta make, cook for each other and all that. So it's different, That's why you need to learn how to control your feelings and control your actions. And as a man, your actions speak for themselves. So, if you feel comfortable about saying something, then do something, that proves it otherwise. And that's it.
Beautiful. Ladies, one of you had to say something?
The hardest thing about being married. Honestly, I feel like if you put there's something hard about being married, then you're already setting yourself up for failure. Cause marriage is a journey. Like you make it what you want. Like ain't nothing beats having communication. Communicate. When you're able to see your spouse and he's able to see me and we're able to talk and we're able to understand, we're able to meet halfway, I feel like we have everything we need. I wouldn't really say there's anything hard about it. It's all about compromise, all about love. Most important thing is love. And if you love your spouse the way Jesus asked you to love your spouse, then everything else falls into place. The journey is rocky. You don't know the person. You're now getting to know the person. Like, yeah, of course, y'all gonna have fights, you know. He gonna put your blow dryer somewhere he ain't supposed to, and then you gonna get mad. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Just say, hey, don't touch my blow dryer, bro. That's it. That's all you gotta say. And he's gonna understand. He's like, okay, next time it's laying here, what do you want me to do with it? Just leave it there. I got it. All right? And that's it.
Heard that, GQ? Do not touch the blow dryer.
Any other questions?
All right, this for the married couples and the relationship, people that are in a relationship. I just want to ask, trust. Was it hard for you to trust your spouse, or your wife, your man? How was it? What made you trust him?
Jeff, you got that?
He's not in a relationship. No, we about to jump on, so we about to go back to the single people real quick. Go ahead.
I think for me it was, when I was dating out there, I encountered a lot of women that would tell you one thing, but they didn't really mean it. It was just in the moment. For me, what made me want to trust her more was the fact, well, first of all, she was religious. That was very important to me. I went to, a Catholic school when I was a kid for all my life, so that was important to me. Her family values, and when she said something, she did it, man. So that to me is big volumes. And I actually, that one thing that put her above all the other girls was just respect. You realize that she's just like you. She tells you something, she do it. So it's like that right there is big volumes, man. And it's like trust. You know who you have when it's the right person, and you don't want to have that fear. Oh, she's seeing somebody else. No, man. It's like it's not there. And if it comes through your head, just push it away. If she's the right woman for you, she'll be right there, man.
This side got questions. What about that side over there? They quiet. Anybody got no questions over there?
What's the question? Okay.
Where?
We'll come back to the side.
Hi, everybody. Hi. How y'all doing? I actually have a comment and a question, if you guys don't mind.
We definitely don't.
I am married.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I've been in a relationship for 6 years now. Woo. The comment that I want to make is based on the question that you asked earlier about what the question she asked actually. What is the hardest thing about marriage? Based on what you guys said, okay? Yes, being, compromising communications, it's very easy. But the hardest part about marriage, there is a hard part, is falling into a routine and risking becoming boring. I don't know if you guys understand that. When you start, first year is great, second year is awesome, third year, I've done this already. Fourth year, this is ridiculous. Fifth year, he's still moving that hair blow dryer, by the way. No matter how much you tell him, it's not really gonna click. So you're still moving that blow dryer back where it belongs. At some point, you're like, what am I doing wrong? Okay? So that's the hardest part about marriage. As you get more into the years, you have to learn how to make your marriage a little happier, okay? It is just like flowering, like, watering a flower. Each morning, you have to pour some water on it. Every afternoon, pour some water on it, because the more you water it, the better and the more beautiful it becomes. Less boring. As it comes boring, it dies out. You guys get me, right? Okay. So now for my question. My question goes to the single people, okay? The question I want to ask is, how much or how heavy of a weight does lack of trust have in you being happily single?
Can you repeat that question?
Okay. Based on your experiences, okay? How heavy of a weight, okay, does lack of trust, or meaning that you don't trust the opposite sex, okay? How much of a weight does it have in you being happily single?
I'll answer that. I know that a lot of us up here kind of said similar things about when we were asked why we were single. There was a theme of us being single because we are working on ourselves or we're not willing to settle. So I want to make sure I'm understanding your question. It sounds like you're asking if we have trust issues with the opposite sex. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so I'm there. I can speak for myself, and I kind of think I can speak on behalf of some of my counterparts. I don't think I can speak for myself. I don't have an issue with trust. So there's not a weight on whether or not I can trust someone. I think in my singleness is that the more I learn to trust God and lean on God and be submissive to God, then I will be in a place that when my Boaz comes, right, that I'm able to submit to him too. But because I trust God, and if that person is for me, I trust him too. Not to say that I don't doubt man, because I know that, man is not God, and man is full of fault, right? But because I know if God sent him to me, then I have no issue trusting him, if that makes any sense. And if there's that trust issue, I gotta take it to my daddy, because it may not necessarily be him, but maybe there's just some parts of Sophia that the carpenter needs to go ahead and carve out.
Quick.
Wait. Lead.
Hold on. Quick thing with quick. Y'all hear that music?
Oh yeah.
Can I add just one more thing too?
Go ahead.
That music is fire though. I want to just kind of like clear the air that not every single person deals with trust issues. I think sometimes there's a stigma upon single people that we're all lonely, that we're unhappy, that we're bitter, misery likes company, and that we have trust issues, or sometimes, like, I don't know if you guys ever watched that movie, not Why Did I Get Married, Best Man Holiday 2. And there was that one character where they were, basically coming down on her. It was Nia Long's character, about why she could never be with men and stuff. And I think a lot of times society places stigmas on single people, and there's nothing wrong with being single. Yeah.
Well, for myself, I don't really have trust issues, because like, how are you gonna have trust issues when you don't even know the other person first and foremost? Like, you don't know if that person's like an angel, or if you don't know if that person's like a demon. You gotta give that opportunity to the person, Yeah, so you can't really judge everybody the way they look. Like, just like how you may see a person with dreads, golds, this, that, and the third. You're not gonna automatically think that they're a vagabond, but you just probably ain't have a haircut in like a couple years, I'm just saying, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Mr. Jeff? Boy, he put the mic from, you see how he just put up, you were ready for this one. Go ahead, Jeff, talk to him.
like everybody said here, they said that everybody. I feel like everybody shares different experiences when it comes to like trust. For me, I can admit like I have moments where I think back to moments where. Alright, you hear me now? Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna speak on like my personal experience. Like I can honestly say that, you know, I do have like, you know, trust issues to a certain extent, you know, due to the fact that, you know, sometimes, you know, I think back about some of the stuff I went through in my past, and it kind of like makes me feel like, do I want to put myself back in that position? Do I want to like be able to like put myself out there again to like openly trust someone, you know, open myself up again? And that makes me scared, you know. So it's just like when it comes to trust, I feel like I'm willing and I'm able to trust, but that's something that's gonna take time for me. And because you know, like everybody, you know, heals differently. For me, it takes longer because when I know I find that right person, I know for a fact that I'm gonna cherish that person to the best of my ability. And you know, like when it comes to relationships just in general, I don't play around because I'm looking for more long term instead of short term. And one thing I realized about most of our generation now, except I'm not speaking on all guys, but some guys, they just want something quick and fast. With me, I'm thinking long term, like, okay, can I see myself with this person, like later on down the road? Is this person also connected with God, just like me? Can I see myself or us growing together as one? You know, like they say. So just like, I feel like with trust, I feel like it can be built, it can grow to become something stronger and something powerful, but it's something that, you know, we're gonna have to work together, you know, just by getting to know that person.
All right. So y'all asking all this stuff about trust issues. Y'all got trust issues?
That is not true.
All men are liars.
All right, let's have a guy in the audience answer this. Black shirt? Black? In the back? Where? In the corner. Do you think all men are liars?
I can't speak for all men because I'm a date man, so I can't really speak. I don't think all men are liars. It just like what the gentleman at the stage is saying, it's the stigma we have in the culture. Places like everybody dogs and whatnot. But I don't think all men. I think everybody should get a chance. That's my opinion.
I think he's eager to say something. Hold on, he's eager to say something. He's eager to say something. Let him talk. Let him talk.
Reaching for the mic.
She said all men are alike. I'm not, alright, listen. Not all men, but most men. Because, you know, I'm not going to lie, being a guy is kind of hard. Because, you know, like, we think with our, well, not with our head. But, like, sometimes you got to be strong mentally. You got to be able to fight that lust. So when you meet that right girl, you got to, you know, you got to, you get what I'm saying. Man. I don't got to say nothing else, man. You got to
Oh, wait. You got something to say too.
I believe that it's not really saying all men are liars. It all depends on, okay, if this man is willing to change, or is this man willing to, you know, upgrade for you? Because I remember I read this somewhere. A man is willing to change for one girl. Just one girl. The girl that he deems is, you know, is okay, that's what I want. That's the girl he gonna change for. So we can't put ourselves in the stigma that all men are liars. No, all humans are liars. All humans are capable of lying. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. All humans are capable of lying. And if a man is if a man is lying, if a man is not telling the truth, baby girl, he ain't for you. That's it.
Oh my God. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah. Wow. You got another question? Give me. Give me 1 second. Let's hold the question for a little bit. Let's move up. Let's move up a little bit, just a little bit. Oh, you want to ask a question?
You know, to all the single people on this panel, you know, just a quick, brief question, you know, since everybody was, you know, doing their thing. Miss Sophia, not trying to, I know you guys are trying, like, you know, throw shade. What makes you guys happy? What makes you happy?
What makes me happy? Be more specific.
In general.
A lot of things make me
Not
happy.
trying to hit on her. Not trying to hit on her. Been watching y'all, especially you.
Be specific though. A lot of things make me happy.
In general, like, you know, open, being like open.
Food, God, worship, reading, shopping, even my job at times.
At times. You know, just pass it on. Just like throwing open questions. So if anybody, you know, want to seek anybody on the panel, you know, they could just.
Just in general?
Just in general, just like keeping them going. So the pressure could get off of them.
Okay. Do you guys feel pressure? I don't think they feel pressure. But anyways, we'll do what you say.
Say that.
Food makes me happy. My job makes me happy. The fact that I have a family who loves me makes me happy. I have a ministry who loves me makes me happy. Jesus brings me joy, but not happiness. Happiness is a plus. Joy is everlasting. I'll move on.
Alright, seriously,
And be honest.
I'm sorry, I'm not petty.
To go back to what Javonica said, God also makes me happy, and also alright, okay, I'm not gonna lie, love songs make me happy, whatever.
He's serious.
What also makes me happy is just like, you know, feeling free, you know, just being outgoing. I'm one of those type of guys that likes to do like adventurous things, you know. I'm always like thinking like outside the box, like, you know, what are some some stuff that I can do that's like fun for me and that could possibly be fun for like other people around me, you know what I'm saying? And it's like a lot of things do make me happy, but not a lot of things make me like sad, you know. So I'm very energetic. I like to try new things, you know. So I feel like that's what makes me happy, just, you know, being optimistic about, you know, what I want to do, certain things I want to get done, you know, stuff I want to like check off my bucket list, so to say, you know. But I am going skydiving, you know, in July, because that's my birthday, so I'm definitely doing what's up.
All right. Let me ask the married people a quick question. Y'all married, right? Y'all got married. Y'all walked down the aisle, did all that. Did you have cold feet? When it was that time, that day, and you realize I'm about to give this girl or this man the rest of my life, did you have cold feet?
My answer is no. You have cold feet when you're not sure about something. If you're sure about what you want to do, cold feet is not in the picture.
You're right. Let me drop a little information for you guys. Like, during this segment, learning about this segment, I went on the internet and I looked up, you know, the success rate of a marriage. And as I typed it in and I clicked search, all I seen was information about divorce. It just lets you know that society itself already wants to just put into your brain divorce. People talk about, hey, getting a prenup, if you're getting a prenup, that means you already set yourself up for divorce. Like, if you're already having her sign a contract of, hey, I'm gonna quit someday and I don't want you to have anything of mine. That's basically to me, that's what a prenup is. And it said the success rate of a wedding, of marriage, is about 54% of them will have a divorce. So if we would compare ourselves to statistics, about 54% of us in this room would probably be divorced, right?
Right, boys.
I didn't hear nothing. It kind of cut y'all deep, because a relationship, being married is something big. Nowadays, people are quick to get married. People are quick to say, hey, this person has what I think I need. I'm gonna marry this person. And society says, hey, it's okay. You could try again on marriage. I don't think marriage is a trial. I don't think marriage is a subscription that you could decide to just not pay that month and just say, hey, I'm done with the subscription. I think a marriage is like an everlasting thing. And society just throws shade everywhere. On TV, everything, that it's okay to get divorced. It's okay to start over. Some people I speak to, I love speaking to older gentlemen, older men, older wives, to ask them about their success story. I hear very few people, especially a lot of people, tell me, hey, you know, I'm on my second wife, I'm on my third wife, I'm on my third husband, I'm on my second husband. And I ask them, like, what? The first time you get married, didn't you say till death do us part? Then so that means two husbands died, two wives died? No, they said they just, you know, they couldn't deal with the situation, they couldn't fight. They just actually decided when, you know, to stop fighting, when to stop fighting for love, basically is what they were saying. They stopped fighting for what they already agreed to fight through every little situation that you guys go through. Just like Michaela and GQ was saying, is any issue that comes up is the ability to cope with each other, the ability to find a resolution. A lot of people decide just to quit without finding the answer. If you decide to be in a relationship, if you decide to fall in love, if you decide to marry the person that you decide to marry, shouldn't that mean that you should decide to deal with whatever that person brings to the plate, whatever you got to go through, whatever mistakes? We're all human beings. We all make mistakes in life, right? My crowd is very quiet.
Because they're carefully listening, Mosey. Like, you are like saying the truth.
It's like y'all are with each other just to deal with everything y'all go through. Y'all make mistakes. We all make mistakes every day. You lie to you do. I love when people say, hey, it's a little white lie. What makes it a white lie? Isn't a lie just a lie? So there's big lies and little lies?
There's no difference.
I don't think there's a difference. But if you love somebody, if you truly love somebody, just like they said, you would do whatever it takes to continue to be with that person. So before you even look at somebody, ask yourself, do you truly love them? Better yet, do you truly love yourself? Because if you don't love you, how can you expect somebody else to love you?
It's not possible.
I have this young gentleman over here that would like to say something. Can we get him a mic, please?
Right, Eddie. Go
Hello,
Eddie.
everyone. My opinion is, I don't think it's mainly about love, because people fall in love and out of love in a marriage. I think it's first and foremost you have to put God first, and I think what's more important is growing with the person, because when you get married with someone, you don't just stay like that, like stagnant. You grow with the person, so you either grow with each other or you grow apart. And that's one factor of, being in love, because you're not always gonna love the person. You know what I mean? So that's always important too. To put God first and make sure you're able to grow together and not apart.
All right, that's deep. So who knows the stages of love? There's many different types of love. Like, can I get some examples of what type of love there is out there?
Okay, I hear all the names. Is that you? Yes, it is.
Yeah, give us a
If I
little
remember
education.
well, agape is love like how Christ loves us. Phileo is more of a carnal, lustful love, if I remember well. And eros kind of stems back to the whole Cupid thing and that type of love. But you guys can go back and research it. But it's agape, phileo, and eros. And I might have said them wrong as far as the definition. But I know for a fact agape is the type of love that God has for us and that we should have for each other.
Everlasting love. That's right. That's right. Let's go on to some more questions. So, should I ask the single people or the couple? The couples? Y'all want to ask the singles?
Yeah, because Lee right here just...
Hold on. She said something really quick just now. She said she want to ask the single questions because she's not married. But isn't that your goal?
Yes, but I right now in my single season, I have to know what to do to get through this season.
You have to know what to get through to get to this season.
She's saying that the marriage can't relate to her right now. I need tips to know how to get through it, to finally get to the stages of being married.
Panelists, y'all want to answer? She did ask a question.
What are the stages?
I'm making that a question. That's what I'm saying.
She is asking, what are the stages, that you have to take, like what type of mindset that you need to have to be in a union with someone else, like having to deal with them every day, through the good, through the bad, like no matter what, being that still in that love stage that I'm here for you no matter what happens.
Okay, so basically the question is,
How do you get there? What's the steps?
Oh, okay. Well, a few things. I know communication is very, very, very important. I can't stress that enough. You have to know how to communicate with your spouse. Without communication, everything can literally fall apart. There's no point. Communication, compromise. You guys have to know how to compromise in a relationship. You have to be understanding. You have to be supportive. I don't know, personally, I mean, when I was single, I wasn't really focused on, okay, what can I do to find a man? I was focused on myself, like, what can I do to make myself better? Yeah, you have to know your worth. You can't just be around here chasing men, chasing a ring. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. I believe what's for you is for you, and God has someone for everyone. And when that time comes, it'll happen. Don't rush anything. It never works out right when you rush it. Some people get married without actually knowing their spouse. They just, oh, everyone's getting married, yeah. I think that's another thing a lot of people do. You have to get to know one another. You can't just marry a complete stranger and think, okay, we're married, we're gonna live together, it's gonna be perfect. It's not like that. So get to know one another, trust, communication, everything will fall in place.
All right.
Kind of touching base on what she said, ladies, know your worth, because when you know what you're worth, you're not going to settle for anything. It doesn't matter what it comes with. Me, I was married for 5 years, and I'm single by choice. Am I happy about it? The way the situation turned out, maybe not, but I'm in a happy place. I found myself, can't no guy come and try to play with me right now. I won't get any deeper, but just know your worth, because a guy can come and try to play with you and you're not gonna be played. You're gonna turn him away, and that'll lead you to the right one, because you're all beautiful. So you guys know what guys tend to be attracted to. So of course they're gonna approach you, but that might not be the one for you. Guys nowadays, they think us ladies are after money. I make my own money, period. So, but he has to bring in some cash too. So, but yeah, just know your worth. I think that's a big thing.
So, panelists, how y'all handle jealousy? Like, you know, your spouse looks good, and you see somebody else looking at your spouse, or you see somebody say something slick to your spouse. How do you handle jealousy? Like, is it something that you could be like, some people, will say something, some people won't say something. What are your input in jealousy? Anybody? Everyone.
I mean, I think that's, you have to trust a person, I've been in situations that, somebody has said something, but if they're saying something, it's because they're looking for trouble. So you have to outsmart them, so, and it's, at that time, it really doesn't matter when you're married with somebody, like in the sense, like, you already trust them, so you already know that person is looking for trouble. So you pretty much, just get that feeling and throw it somewhere else. Just don't really think too much about it. And then I guess when you're single, when I was single, if you feel jealous about something, then it may be telling you, hey, are you compromising enough with that person? Because maybe you have to step up, and really show that person that you really care about them, and because maybe that's telling you, hey, that person, it's like she said, they're worth a lot, and maybe somebody else is willing to compromise and take that person as their spouse. So I think it's important to basically keep it real, basically, and if you had that feeling, if you're married, throw it out. If you're single, kind of like think about it and say, why am I feeling like this, and just reflect,
Ms. McHugh would like to say something.
In regards to jealousy, what I could say, I could comment on it. I feel like jealousy is an emotion from our own insecurity. Like, if you know your worth and you know your spouse, can't nobody make you jealous. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what you bring to the table. You have to have confidence in yourself. And then it's all confidence, trust, and it's all just one big thing. Like, can't nobody make you jealous if you know what you bring, if you know your worth, you know your partner. And that's all I had to say.
As far as jealousy goes, I feel like it would depend on, like, for me, it would depend on the level of disrespect that person is bringing into your center, or the person that you're with, because you could be out and about with your significant other, and someone could just walk by and be like, oh wow, she's really beautiful, But some people they'll just approach that situation in a negative way. So I feel like it's learning how to dissect the situation before you take action. And it's for me, if I'm gonna be truthful. I do have a tendency to get jealousy, but that's because I know my value and I know her value as well. So if I'm putting in all the effort to get to genuinely know her, and then if I feel like someone's trying to come in between that, or draw her attention away from me, then I'm gonna analyze the situation before I actually say something. But if I feel like the person just generally, hey, she's beautiful or something like that, but if I feel like the person is just purposely being malicious in a way of then of course I'm a defender, because I care about her. So if I feel like her integrity is being disrespected by that person, then of course I'm gonna step up, show her I'm a man of my word. I'm gonna protect her by all means necessary.
All right, I'm gonna pick on the single people a little bit. Because you guys are all single, and you're looking, at the end of the day, you're looking to get married, right? Yeah. Okay. Y'all looking to get married? Okay.
Yes,
okay.
not.
Now, say if you found that person and you feel like, hey, I really love that person. I feel like this person is the one, but their financial status is not where it's up to be. Would you continue? Financial status, money.
You said that person's for you, like you feel like that's the one.
Yeah, like say you feel like that person's for you. You already feel like God told you that's the one, and say y'all both are together, and he. What?
God told you, then
Some people.
Hold on, just I don't know this person name in the Bible, but the man who married the prostitute, or who married the lady that was just, you know, she was having fun. She was having fun, and you know, God told him to marry her, and he married her. Come on, Bible scholars, come on now. So God told him to marry her, and he married her. And after they got married or whatever, after she went out and had fun, and then God said, "Take her back." And he's like, "What, bro? Like, you didn't see what you just did?" He said, "Take her back." So he took her back. And after he took her back, blah blah blah, they talked. They're like, "All right, you know, you ain't supposed to do that." She went and did it again. God said, "Take her back." So you can't really go against what God said. Like, once God tells you that's the one for you, then what do you have to say? Like, I don't know. Like,
So, real quick, if your spouse then went and stepped out, and God told you to take him back, you take him back? Once you do, we put one back.
Looks like we got mixed feelings in the crowd.
That just lets y'all know how much y'all listen to God.
A lot of mixed feelings.
not only that, if we want to take it to the biblical level, think about how many times we cheat on God. And he take us back.
Every time. But I think, did you have something to say?
It was going back to your question on finances, because I'm sure some of y'all are like, well, y'all being too biblical or too churchy, right? But if you know that person's for you, or God's telling you that that person's for you, the same way I believe iron sharpens iron, and each couple has already told y'all already that, you know, they had to complement each other and help each other grow and develop. So I feel like if you're with somebody who's financially lacking, but maybe you're the stronger person financially, then hey, talk to them. Be like, let's work on your credit. Let's examine what's on your credit. Let's go there. We'll take it one step at a time. If it's that you don't like that you feel like he may not be making enough, maybe he's making minimum wage and you feel like, okay, well, I need you to make a little more. Okay, then don't put him down. Just be like, baby, let's work on your resume. How about you go back to school? Let's find ways that you can probably get promoted at your job. You know what I'm saying? So you help them build a career and not just have a job. So you find ways to invest in him the same way he's going to invest in you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right.
Come on, crowd.
Yeah, they're.
Come on.
Y'all hands must be tired. Y'all must been at work all day. Y'all hands tired?
Nah.
Y'all hands must be tired.
I think they have work in the morning, most.
All right. Since we're about to close, we gonna get a little deep.
How deep, Mosey?
Deep. Can the lights dim a little bit more? That's how deep we're about to get.
All right, we're gonna imagine the lights.
So, no, it's up good. It was a joke. It was
just joking.
All right, so a lot of people ask a few questions. I asked a lot of people questions, and I asked them to be open, and I asked them to ask, you know, what they actually really want to know. And some people have certain questions that, you know, single people ask and stuff like that. And I'm gonna ask it because they want to know. So it's gonna get a little personal. Not personal, but it's gonna get deep. So, if you guys don't mind. So, one person spoke to me about, and they were speaking about, you know, the spiritual aspect and the relationship as a Christian and stuff like that, and they felt like Christian relationship is good, but they feel like it's a little boring. When they said boring, and I asked them to, you know, elaborate. I almost forgot the word. Thank you for whoever said that. Thank you. And they asked about, you know, the sex life. And they complained and they said, you know, they spoke to someone, an older gentleman, and the way they explained it very boring. Like, very simple, very nothing. And I'm like, to be honest, I don't think that it would relate into that way, but do you guys have any input in that situation, if you guys want to put some input?
Okay, so I would think it's boring when both partners are not on the same page. If we both have the intention or the mindset of marriage at the end of the day, a godly marriage where we're abstaining from sex, getting personal, then it shouldn't be boring, because every day our goal is to grow closer to God at the end of the day. We're trying to, because our daily fight as young Christians, as young adults who are Christ follower, is flesh versus spirit. That's our daily fight. That's war. We go into battle each and every morning you wake up. So if I'm not on the same page as my partner, all he wants to do is fleshly things, and I'm all about spiritual things, there is a high chance where either I fall into temptation or we either grow spiritually. But that's the fight each and every day. That relationship cannot elevate in any type of way because we're not on the same page. So that goes to tell you, when you're, because I'm not searching for nobody. That's me personally, because it's in the Bible. It says, "He that findeth a wife, therefore I'm a wife, I will be found." Okay, so I'm not searching for anybody. But what I do know is patience is a virtue. I'm an examiner. I watch your actions rather than your words, because words they fly in the air for me. So you can say anything you want to. The sweetest words are sweet nothings to me. So I watch your actions. So if you tell me that you're a man of your word, and you tell me you're full of humility, and you're telling me this, and you're telling me that, prove it. Let me know what you're about. That's it.
Because action speaks louder than words, right? Right, crowd? Action speaks louder than words? I guess not.
You mentioned sex, right? So I'm guessing that this person who asked you this question spoke to somebody who's older, right? And tell me if I'm going in the right direction. So were they suggesting that the older person suggested that the bedroom experience was boring? Is that what?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I
thought so. So although I'm not married, right? But I will say this. The Bible says that the bed is undefiled. What goes on in the bedroom stays in the bedroom. And I'm going somewhere with this. Reading between the lines, right? There is a religious thing that is taught in a lot of churches, that missionary is the only thing. Listen now, I just said the Bible says that the bed is undefiled, okay? So as the woman of God mentioned earlier, do not do routine, because what? It's gonna make your marriage boring.
Okay, spontaneous.
So there you go. Just reading between the lines and connect the dots. I don't think I need to say any more. Did that kind of answer the question?
Did y'all answer your question?
That answered everything.
I had this gentleman, I guess he wanted to say something real quick.
I got a nod, so I think she.
My fault. I hope I'm not saying too much. But I think personally that sex, and marriage is very important. I think it's a big factor. I think it's certain things that we look in marriages that, you know, that are small things that can be worked on, that's overlooked. I think that if two people that's married that's having issues in bed, I think that the church should do like some kind of course or something, because we're so traditioned as a church that we focus on one thing, but we don't really focus on the material things, which is what couples really deal with. You know what I mean? So I think I think all churches should have like classes on stuff like that, or if you are, because I'm pretty sure if you're not, good in bed or whatever, I think if you guys don't enjoy each other, I believe that can create big problems, because you're going to be together for the rest of your life, and you're not going to be praying all the time. There's times that the body needs, that stuff, because God says cross and multiply. You know what I mean? So if you're having issues on that part, I think the church is supposed to, teach on certain things. Yes. And I think that should be one of it.
I have something to say. Amy.
All right.
I have something to say.
Go ahead.
Also, if this falls back again to knowing your partner, it ain't nothing wrong with telling your spouse, I don't like that, this is what I like. You got to know your love languages in a way, like what do you like and what don't you like. I don't like that, so don't do it anymore. I like that, so keep doing it. It's just that, it's honestly just that simple. Like, if you talk to your, like, communicate, like, talk to each other. Like, I can't stress that enough. Just, like, if it's something that I don't like or whatever, what's so hard about just saying, hey, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this position or whatever. I didn't like that. Made me cry, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I'm serious. I'm married, so I have my license. I can say whatever I want to say. Okay, listen, guys, listen. But no, seriously though, because it's a real thing. What?
Go ahead. Let her finish.
What?
Let her finish.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Like, no, seriously, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be unhappy, and you don't want him to be unhappy. So you have to tell him, and he has to tell you what he likes and what he doesn't like, or what she likes and what she doesn't like. It's just that simple. The bed is undefiled.
Yeah. Well, if nobody else has something to say, I have one last question before I close, and I wanted to talk about you guys right here, because a lot of people, a few people asked me, they were a little surprised, because they're like, wow, interracial couple.
I love it. Yeah.
So talk to them. How does it feel to be an interracial couple? The pros and cons.
Say something? Oh,
You gotta talk. Come on. Come on.
I guess I'll talk again. I think it's cool because nothing's sexier than a black woman.
Yes.
Period.
So, what can I say? I like curves.
Listen.
Another good thing, it's we got different cultures. I'm Venezuelan, so I come from a Latin American family, right? She's Haitian. So some things that we had in common was obviously family oriented and both religious, so that's a plus. Some of the things that were a little differently is I learned that and this is something that she taught me to be better. But be more humble. Haitians, they share everything. I learned that, and for me, it was a little it was a little challenge at first, but I learned to become more humble that way, and in turn to become happier. You'll have big families for the most part, and that's awesome. Like that's one thing that I learned. And the other part is I don't know. It's interesting. He said also that you can't put a color or a prototype of the woman you wanna find out. Like I never had that in my mind, and when it came, like my man over there said, I wanted it, I took it. So it's it's very interesting. I think, I mean, I love it, you know. So I'm the happiest man that I could ever think of I could be. So it's like, people tell me that, people that haven't seen me for years, you know, they get like, hey man, you know, like wow, you look super happy. And it's just like, yeah, nothing gets boring. It's just, you know, I just go with the flow, you know. That's it. So.
Man, Samantha, you gotta say something. Say something.
Something. One thing.
Say something.
Say your name. Come on, baby.
Say your name. Tired, guys. Well, GQ has to say something.
Before we close, I wanted to say this. A lot of guys, they tend to do this. They say, I'm not supposed to wash dishes. I'm not supposed to do this, wash clothes, do this, do that in the house. Listen, no. They always say, oh, this is the female's job. But when it comes to paying the bills, you want to go half and half. That's one thing I don't like. You're not supposed to do it. When you get married, you married to your partner, not your slave, not your mom, not your auntie, not your like the same way you used to help her, like when you guys were dating, like you open the door for her, you do this, you do that. But when you get married, it's like no, you have to do all the stuff in the house, and when it comes time to pay the bills, and we have to go half and half. No, she's not your slave. If she cooks, the dish is on you. The dishes is on you. She works just like you do. You can't go to work and come home, expect her to do everything, and then while you sit there and she works, you work. If she can do it, you can do it too. My wife doesn't cook all the time. Sometimes I cook, and she likes my cooking, of course. It's you have to think of it like a partnership. It's not just when you're dating. Your wife should be your partner, your best friend, your everything. You can't put everything on her while you wanna. When it comes to your responsibilities, you wanna share everything with her. It doesn't work that way. We have to do better as men. I mean, for the single guys in here, when you get married, you have to start thinking like that. And some guys, some young boys, they can't even. They don't even know how to tie a tie. They want girlfriends. You can't change a tire. You want a girlfriend. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, okay, let's say she's out and she got a flat tire. She doesn't have AAA. Can she call you? But if she call her dad, you're gonna feel some type of way. Because you can't do what you're supposed to do. So now she has to find her dad, right? So that's why I make sure my wife knows how to change a tire if I'm not around. Yeah, she does know how to how to change a tire, and she does know how to tie a tie. Just in case if I'm not around and I have a son, I'm not gonna expect my son to go to another dude to teach him how to tie a tie. Knowing me, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people knows me. A lot of people know me as GQ. So I can't expect my son to go learn anything about fashion from anybody else, but from me or his mom. Another thing, we have to make sure some guys, they always say, oh, dressing up is not my thing. Dude. They say that looks can be deceiving and stuff. Like, people do treat you the way you present yourself. People, you might not believe it, but people do treat you the way you present yourself. Let's say I show up somewhere like this, and then another dude show up, with his pants, Yeah. How do you think they're gonna? Do you think they're gonna treat us the same way?
No.
They're always talking about the white man, the white man. No, it's all about you. That's why I never comment when people talking about white man and black dude. No. I work, even when I work, guys tell me I don't. It's white and black. They come up to me and say, "You look very presentable." Like, I'm not trying to do. I'm not trying to make anybody look bad. It's just this is me. Wherever I go, I don't care what event I'm going to. I have to be me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always tell my wife, it doesn't matter if you go into the store right now. You don't know who you're gonna meet. You're probably gonna meet the next president, your husband, your wife. You know what I'm saying? Your future wife. You have to make yourself look presentable. Like the thing about this dressing up is not my style. Okay, one thing I can tell you, you can't go anywhere with J's. But you sure can go anywhere with some dress shoes. People are not gonna look at you in that way. No, I'm serious. Like, no, seriously. You can't tell me you going to a wedding with J's. Like, people are gonna look at you like, dude. And then, we're black. On top of that, we're Haitians. Haitians love to dress up. And
they love to criticize too.
That's true. And another thing, when you dress up, it's hard for somebody to say, "Oh, you look good." But when you don't dress up, it's easy for them to say, "Oh, salme tulila." You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, guys, we have to do better. If we want, you are looking for queens, and you're looking like when you look at yourself, do you see a king in you? You can't find a queen if you're not a king yourself. A queen can't be with. You know what I'm saying? That's why if you want a queen, you have to act like a king first. Okay, that's all I have to say.
All right. Last question, then we have to wrap up because y'all was late. So, because we was waiting on y'all. But go ahead.
Alright, so this is a general question for everyone, but my question is more directed towards our three beautiful single panelists, Emma, Sophia, and Javonica. So, as a single black woman, they're always telling us, to find yourself, do you, stuff like that, find your worth and, and everything that goes into that part, but how do you do you? You feel what I'm saying?
I think what she's trying to say is how do you mold yourself to be who you are before you get into the relationship? You're single, do you? Be yourself. How do you be yourself? Some people don't know that.
Well, for me, I know the type of man I want. So with that being said, I make sure that I have those things that I have those qualities that I expect him to bring to the table. Okay. So like GQ was saying, being presentable. Like growing up, I was a tomboy, so I was a tomboy in skirts. I didn't care, climbing trees, you name it. I did that. I ran track, everything. But as I got older, I don't want to bum, so I can't go around with my hair undone. I can't go around, you know what I'm saying? So I had to make sure I tapped into my girly side. Finances, right? I'm gonna expose my business. I wasn't always the best with my finances, but now I am, because I don't want to get into a relationship unless God says so, where the man is not financially set. So whatever I want in him, I make sure that I build in me. And doing me is also, and I'll be quick, is knowing your standards. Mikal said that early. Also, I forgot your name. Emma also said that earlier too. You have to have standards. And I speak from experience. When you lower your standards, you get bottom feeders, So you don't want to have that. So make sure you keep your standards. Doing you is also knowing your worth, not just with men, but knowing your worth with people in general. If your friends
can't understand you, and I say this in a sense, if you can give them sound wisdom and they're not understanding and they still want to live whatever life they want to live and it's not measuring up to you, then guess what? You got to drop them, baby girl. You got to be around people who are on the same level as you. Like-minded, yes. It sounds harsh, but it's the truth. If you coming up here and they're down here, guess what's going to happen? If all of them are down here and you up here, they're going to drag you down. So it's either they come up and level up with you or you got to drop them. Yeah. So that's how I see being me doing you when you're single.
And like she said some good gems. Take notes. She said some good gems. Like she said, add on. Every single day, seek first the kingdom of God, and all things shall be added unto you. So you don't have to worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow's for Jesus. He worries about it. He takes care of it. And at all things, never lower your standard for any man. Okay? That's it. That's all I got to say.
I actually have to close.
Ask your questions after.
You could ask your questions after. We will linger around. You can walk and speak to people. We actually have a little photo wall, so if you guys want to take little pictures and stuff like that, so y'all can feel good about yourself, so y'all can post on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. So, y'all, WhatsApp. Emma, you had something to say, Emma?
No. She said it all. Carry yourself well. I kind of like pointed it out earlier, know your worth, standards. I didn't really understand what you meant by do you, but me, the way I do me, I involve myself in ministry, my work. I really involve myself. I'm in management, and if I get bored, lonely, I find more work. I got 3 jobs. So I just like to keep myself busy so I don't fall into some things. And I like to carry myself well. Kind of like GQ said, I take that very serious because the way you present yourself, that's what they will take you as. And I mean that in the most humblest way. So there's times that I wear shorts if it's hot, and church people look at me like, so not to please them, but for that respect and knowing who I truly am, I dress appropriately. But most of the time, I carry myself very well.
Lee has one last thing that you say, I think, and then we'll close. See, y'all really want to talk now. See, it's time to go, and now y'all really want to talk, huh? Go ahead, make it quick.
Like I was about to, kind of collaborate with all of them. Don't lower your standards. Don't go for the guy that be like, "Ip sweetly, baby." Go for the person that actually comes up to you and walks to you and be like, "Hey, how you doing? My name is so and so," and then carry on the title, okay? Because you gotta remember, at the end of the day, the guy is looking for a person that's gonna be a great representation of him when he's not around. So,
All right. Well, we are gonna close. And did y'all enjoy the night? I feel like I'm just talking to this side. Did y'all enjoy the night, right?
Right side.
What about over here? Did y'all enjoy the night?
There we go.
All right. So, I do want to say, a couple of things to some of the people who took their time, because time is important. Time is big. Like, y'all worry about money, y'all worry about this and that. I worry about time, because my time, I don't get it back. So if I give it to you, I gave it to you for a reason. So, my musicians, I would like to give a
round of applause. Look at that, it just turned up. It turned up. Give it up to the cameraman.
The cameraman over here, Mr. South. By the way, he actually has a YouTube page, and every so often he posts videos of so many projects, so many performances, concerts, meetings, everything that he does. A guy that outreaches the community, because we are here. You see many things on TV, but we're here. What about us? What about Palm Beach? What about your life, the lives that you live, the people that's around you? You want to be able to build your foundation instead of worrying about everybody else. Especially if you're into the ministry, don't keep the ministry to yourself. God didn't tell us to be who we are and keep it to ourselves. God didn't. Two things my mom always told me is that God spoke. God, basically what I'm trying to say, our two goals in life is to be fruitful and multiply. Because my mom said she want grandkids. I'd be like, I don't know. But my mom says she want grandkids. And two, always speak the word of God. Always speak the gospel, because that's the way for it to continue on in generations. If we don't talk about our experience, if we don't talk about what we're taught to the younger kids, how do you expect them to have the information in life to deal with whatever they go through? Because everything that you dealt with, that you had to go to God, they're gonna deal with. So if you don't teach them about God, who are they gonna go to when they go through it? So that's really important. So I thank this man, and I asked him to come, and he was willing to come. And if you can, since you guys like to go on social media and YouTube, watch some of his videos. Watch some of the people around you. You want to say something?
What's your YouTube name?
What's your YouTube name, Sal? Once he finished editing the show, I will post it on Facebook, and I will tag as much people as possible. If you haven't, do the job and share it so we can let the world know a little bit of something about love.
And we have our photographer in the back.
We have our photographer in the back, Chino. If you guys are interested in taking pictures, he's gonna be over there by the photo wall, so you guys can take pictures, do your little thing. And my panelists, I love the. Can I get a round of applause for my panelists? They took their time. They took their time to get a little bit out of their comfort zone to tell you guys a little bit about their experience of love, because a lot of you guys are younger, a lot of you guys are single, and you guys have so many questions, and you guys, social media is not telling you guys what y'all need to know. They're feeding y'all whatever they want y'all to do. They're not really telling y'all about love, the real love, the love through God. They're just washing every little thing away. Even the gospel, on TV and stuff like that, they still wash the gospel away. So remember where you're from, remember your foundation, so you can still grab hold of that gospel. And I would love to thank the one person that tried her best, worked her hardest, blew up my phone.
Clap hard.
Over and over
hard,
again
everybody.
to make sure I
hard.
was able to do everything that I needed to do. And I'm gonna call up Miss Whitney to
Clap hard. What I heard, this would not be possible.
I'll let her say a little something about herself.
I'm Whitney. I attend this church. I'm single. I really wanted to do this by choice. I wanted to do this program because I feel like, especially the youth, we don't know anything about relationships or marriage or anything like that. So I feel like it's up to people who are older and people who have gone through that to be able to teach the youth, to be able to get us to advance in our education within this type of matter. Yeah. So yeah, I'd like to thank all the panelists and everyone who came out. I really appreciate it.
The other person that was also with us is Mrs. Warnett. Does she want to come up and say something?
Alrighty, thank you everyone that came out. Thank you to all the amazing panelists. Thank you for taking the time and sharing your stories. And I just want to say thank you to the youth as well. Thank you especially to our brother James back there, who took the time to help us with the sound. And thank you to our brother Dudley and Kevin for coming and setting up. And I want to say thank you to the most annoyingest person on earth, my cousin Whitney. And
I can't speak English anymore. God bless you all and thank you again.
All right, give a round of applause for yourself.
Other than myself, that we all worked on planning this, we also had Brother Sean. He's the one that got the whole music together and was able to. I think my dog have a little few words to say. Go ahead, Sean. Say a little something.
Monsieur. I'm happy you guys all came. Hopefully this is not the last time I see you guys. Hopefully this continues. Yes, I'm Mr. Fadis, Mr. Boolan, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Boo Boo in the back. But I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. Hopefully this is not the last time. Hopefully this continues. And to the panelists, hi guys, you guys did a fantastic job. Jeff, M's, you know what I'm saying, Mr. GQ. So I've got them like I see you. But you know, shout out to the people that came, you know, you guys look nice, you know? Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sean.
Ok. D'après analyse, ou connaît bagayot, oui, monsieur, sous maquette, ou connaît me dit là, sous maquette. Oui. My Instagram is Teddy Bear Sean, you feel me? 2 N's. Snapchat is SHAWNNY.
Thank you, Sean.
You know what I'm saying? Mba utiliser Facebook.
All right, everybody. So we're now gonna close the show. So you guys, if you guys want to hang around Mango, take pictures. I think everybody, give yourself a round of applause for coming in, for actually enjoying the talk show. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.